Welcome back. China and Mali have signed a memorandum of understanding in Bamako, the capital of Mali, on the cooperation within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative. The initiative aims to build a trade and infrastructure network connecting Asia with Europe and Africa.
China and Mali have signed a memorandum of understanding on the cooperation within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative. The BRI was proposed by China in 2013 with the aim of building a trade and infrastructure network connecting Asia with Europe and Africa. The MOU was signed by Chinese ambassador to Mali and the country's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation in the presence of Mali's President, Ibrahim Keita. According to the agreement, China and Mali will cooperate closer in policies, infrastructure, trade, investment, and people-to-people communications.
The BRI is a very promising initiative. I must say that it is worth getting our high attention, and it is wonderful. Proposed by Chinese President Xi Jinping, it shows once again that China's leadership is not only in economic and political aspects, but also in morals and culture. This year marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China, and next year marks the 60th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relationship between China and Mali. It is of great significance for Mali to join the BRI at this important historical moment, as it will lay a new foundation and inject renewed vigor into the higher level of development.
The two sides pledged to connect major strategic plans and policies of the two countries, strengthen the interconnection of infrastructure, further deepen cooperation in investment and trade, industry and finance, set up a network of sister cities, and strengthen exchanges and cooperation at the local level and among media, think tanks, and youth.
The closing gong will sound at the Nigerian Stock Exchange in less than an hour from now. Let's get update on the equities market performance from Temple Ashaju. Temple, earlier the all-share index was looking positive. Has that changed?
No, it hasn't. It's still going on in the green territory right now, up some 0.19%. Thanks to some positive earnings that are coming in, driven by the gains in the likes of Nestle PLC, which has also helped to push up the indices of the consumer goods sector of the market. Nestle's impressive numbers has also changed the perception of a lot of investors in the market, even though we know that before now a lot of the numbers really look attractive at low prices. But given the numbers that are coming in very positive, we're seeing this market looking up at this point, and that has continued to also moderate the year-to-date losses that we've had in the market. Dangote Cement at midday also released its numbers. The Q2 look a bit mixed, but when you put it together with the H1, that's half-year 2019 numbers, that looks very positive. Some 177 billion naira declared there in profit. So we're also having investors trying to brace up by buying some other Dangote names, and of course cherry pick on some other dividend-paying companies in the markets. Recall that quite a number of the banking names are yet to release their numbers, and so we're seeing investors, traders here accumulating their interest in a whole lot of these banking names in the market, hoping that when the numbers are released, it will come with some dividend declaration for them, basically.
Now, talking about those numbers like you just mentioned, now the banking numbers, now I'm sure that you've been interacting with traders at the floor of the exchange. What direction are they saying that the market is likely to take this week?
Well, it looks like things will be mixed. First, they're expecting the markets to be driven by the earnings numbers, as I said earlier. They hope that will bring back more investors, especially on those companies, those stocks that are dividend paying, as well as the fact that the month is coming to an end. So they're hoping that will be a major driver for investors to come back to the equities market, because as you know, before now, a lot of investors have actually migrated their interest to the fixed income market, the bonds and treasury bills. But given these numbers that are likely to be trickling in, they do hope that it will bring back the retail and, of course, institutional investors. One of the points that cannot be ruled out will be bargain hunting. Given the low prices that we've had in the market, traders here, investors are generally positive that they will see some kind of bargain hunting on some of those numbers. If you take a look at the trends that is playing out in the insurance industry right now, the fact that the regulators are asking the insurance players to now make available their strategies for recapitalization known to them, whether you're doing some kind of mergers and acquisition or you're going out to bring in some investors, some core investors, some private equity investors, you should make that known. That position should be made known to NICOM, the National Insurance Commission. So if you then apply that on the kind of sentiments, buying and selling, demand and supply, value chain, if you apply that to that sector, you then realize that quite a number of companies have actually not been performing well. For example, Consolidated Hallmark Insurance has actually lost some 30% or thereabouts. And of course, if you look at the sector itself, insurance sector is down some 9% year to date. So investors here are doing evaluations, see how they can put money on all of this, and then see how they can reprice their position on it, then go ahead, rebalance their portfolio. That's the kind of sentiment that investors are hoping will play out this week, and possibly, reduce the month-to-date losses as well as year-to-date losses that has been recorded in the market for some time now. Hoping that some of these companies that they've also accumulated their stocks or their interest in will, at the end of the day, be able to help them see some kind of a positive position in the market at large. That's possibly will reduce the month-to-date losses, reduce the year-to-date losses of the market, and of course give the all-share index some kind of positive number, because for the greater part of last week, the all-share index was actually hovering between 28,000 and of course 27,900 and something points was where it closed on Friday. So if these whole expectations, projections of traders, investors here on the floor of the market, the floor of the exchange, comes to fruition, then of course it will change the key benchmark indices and possibly help it to notch upwards.
Fingers crossed, Temple. And that's our program today. Thank you for watching. I am BC Adebayo.